Every particle of the human being is at the same time a manifestation of soul and spirit. By Risdard, only very rigid materialists would imagine that what grows up in the child can be reduced to physical bodily development. We look with immense devotion and reverence at the manifestations of the creative powers that appear before us in the child during the first few weeks of life. Everything in the child is still indefinite in character then, and yet what the child will achieve in later life already lives innately in the baby. We look at growing children as over weeks, months, and years they unfold forces out of inner being. We see these forces make the individual features of the child more and more distinct, movements more and more coordinated and purposeful. In this developing human being, we see the whole riddle of creation revealing itself most wonderfully before our eyes. We see the first unfocused look in a little child's eyes and watch them grow full of inner warmth, of inner fire as a child becomes active, and we see that at first imprecise motions of arms and fingers, we see them turn most beautifully meaningful like letters in an alphabet. And seeing all this with real human interest focus us to acknowledge that there is more at work here than physical nature. Soul and spirit are at work behind it. Every particle of the human being is at the same time a manifestation of soul and spirit. Every shade of color in the child's cheek expresses something of soul and spirit. It's completely impossible to understand this coloring of the cheek merely on a material basis. Impossible to understand it at all if we do not know how the soul pours itself into the pink color of the cheek. Here, spirit and physical nature are one. This is by Rudolf Steiner on Bended Reality. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.